Good morning, everyone. My name is Denise Silva, Program Supervisor for JVS SoCal, and we're very happy to welcome you to our BankWorks graduation. For those of you that are unfamiliar with JVS, we are a nonprofit agency celebrating our 91st year legacy of service. We've been offering hope and opportunity to our diverse Southern California communities since 1931. And though many things have changed since our founding, what has remained constant over the decades is encapsulated in our mission statement. Founded in 2006, BankWorks is a signature career training program for JVS, and it is the critical support of our engagement of our generous donors and partners that enable us to offer a program like BankWorks at no cost to all of our participants. And to the wonderful JVS Works team, whose hard work behind the scenes make a huge difference to the success of our students. And now I'd like to introduce to you Randy Lappin, Senior Vice President of Philanthropy.
Thank you, Denise, and hello. I'm Randy Lappin, Senior Vice President of Philanthropy here at JVS SoCal, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of the employer partners and funders that support JVS SoCal's BankWorks Career Training Program. We're very proud to recognize our program sponsors in our newsletters, website, BankWorks program materials, in our annual reports, in social media, and invite you to speak to our students during class and more. These are the corporations and foundations that allow us to keep this program tuition-free to you, our students. We are grateful to Bank of California, Bank of America, Bank of the West, Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, CIT One West Bank, now First Citizens Bank, Citizens Business Bank, City National Bank, Comerica, the State of California Employment Training Panel, Continental Currency, Home Street Bank, the Jewish Community Foundation, Pacific Premier Bank, Pacific Western Bank, the Faffinger Foundation, Priority One Credit Union, the JVS SoCal Women's Leadership Network, the Sherry and Les Biller Family Foundation, Umpqua Bank, Union Bank Foundation, and Wells Fargo, because we simply cannot do the work we do without all of you. We also want to thank the many other generous and thoughtful donors, too numerous to mention, who support the work of JVS SoCal every day. On this journey together, we are changing lives. One person, one family, one job at a time. We also welcome our recruiter guests at today's graduation from Bank of California, Bank of the West, California Bank and Trust, Chase, First Citizens Bank, Citizens Business Bank, Comerica, Farmer and Merchants Bank, Home Street Bank, Connecta Credit Union, One West Bank, Pacific Western Bank, Priority One Credit Union, and Wells Fargo. If you are not a funding partner of ours and you're recruiting our amazing graduates for your workforce, we'd like to have a conversation about becoming a full-fledged employer partner sponsor and enjoy the benefits of great corporate brand awareness and other special opportunities that we offer. The BankWorks team knows how to reach me, and I'd be happy to talk with you or those you can direct me to. Special thanks to Pacific Gateway, our partner in Long Beach, for assisting with the recruiting and providing classrooms, and to our partners at CareerWorks National in Seattle. Welcome Ranko Fukuda, Ruby Sloan, and Dion Willis. CareerWorks has expanded BankWorks nationally, and we thank them for all of their support. A big shout out to the entire JVS Works team for the great work you do each and every day and for making our career training programs so successful. Finally, and most important, to you, our graduates, and good luck in your new banking careers. We are so very proud of you. And now it's my honor to introduce Julian Hampton, JVS Works Associate Director, whose passion and leadership inspires our students and continues to grow our programs. Julian, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Randy. Good morning, everyone. My name is Julian Hampton, and I'm the Associate Director of JVS SoCal's award-winning BankWorks program. And I'm excited to welcome you to our BankWorks Class 96 graduation. But before we move forward, I want to tell you a bit about BankWorks. BankWorks is a banker training program designed to help individuals with a desire to become bankers reach their professional and personal goals. Through the assistance of our donors, BankWorks is able to provide this training free of charge, which significantly impacts low to moderate income students and their families. And having a long-term career that provides a living wage in an ever-growing industry, our graduates are prepared to join the workforce of today. This partnership also allows BankWorks to expand in other regions of Southern California. Now, our students learn about policies and procedures, federal regulations, bank products and services, basic accounting skills, personal finances, drawer balancing, how to build relationships with customers and with members, and many more aspects of banking. They are prepared, tested, vetted, and committed to becoming bankers. And we stay involved in the careers of our students long after graduation and provide them with the support to succeed in their new careers. JVS SoCal and BankWorks have adjusted to this new era of technology. For our online modules, we've added curriculum that prepares our graduates to use technology to adapt to the changing workplace and to communicate effectively virtually. We've completed drawer assignments to train our students in cash handling, recommending products and services, and interacting with customers. We've utilized virtual simulations to expose our students to the banking environment and help them understand the importance of accuracy and product knowledge in banking. Utilizing both synchronous and asynchronous curriculum, our students are consistently learning before, during, and after class. We've conducted in-person classes focused on educating while making sure that our students have the safety protocol to keep them safe. We've incorporated retention training to help our graduates manage challenges and successes within the workplace and prepare for promotional opportunities. We've implemented diversity training to help our graduates provide stellar service to every single customer they interact with internally and externally. We've assisted our students in understanding how to handle their own finances and strengthen their finances of their families. We've continued to build relationships with our former graduates to support them through their career and to help them in their retention. And through our generous donors, we provided assistance to our students to help them through the challenges of this pandemic. And with the assistance of our great bank partners, our students have been prepared for their new careers. We've had speakers from numerous banks and BankWork alumni volunteer for a day in the life of a banker and assist with mock interviews. From new tellers to CEOs, our volunteers have brought life to their banking experiences. This joint effort allows our students to gain the knowledge they need to succeed. And exposing our students to a variety of interviewers helps them build the confidence that they can be successful in their new careers. Now, I've had the honor to teach so many wonderful graduates that have moved into successful careers, and I'd like to talk about one of them. It's my great pleasure to introduce one of these success stories, Jesus Robles, who is a relationship consultant with US Bank and a BankWorks alum. One of my greatest pleasures and greatest excitements is to see the growth in my students and my graduates. And Jesus' growth from student to graduate to relationship consultant has made me incredibly proud. Jesus has already made an impact in his organization and his community. Here is Jesus Robles.
Good afternoon, by the way. My name is Jesus Robles, currently working for US Bank. I'm a client relationship consultant, also known as a banker or a personal banker. Previously, before becoming a banker, I was selling cars as a salesman at Manhattan Beach Toyota for about 2 years. The environment of dressing up in a suit, feeling important, coming into work, handling people's finances, and just overall the environment when you stepped inside a bank, I wanted to be part of that. And I'm here and I'm still going, and I'm planning on maintaining a career in banking. I was just scrolling through Craigslist, trying to find the next big thing or the next big job opportunity that I could land or whatever. I applied pretty much online, and probably like a couple months later, I received an email that I was still interested. And one of the things was they prepared me mentally, you could say physically, waking up early in the morning to go to class. They prepared me to know what to expect in the life of a banker. I came in thinking that, oh, I got this, you know, like I've been in the car business. I know how to talk to people. I'm a people person. But being in banking and taking this class of BankWorks gave me the opportunity to actually, it allowed me to develop all hidden abilities that I had as an employee, as a person, as using my hand gestures, smiling, looking in the eyes of the person that I'm speaking to. So I developed a lot of good traits and a lot of good things that I already had within, and BankWorks helped me bring them out and not be shy when it comes to speaking to someone in person. And believe it or not, I still do the same exact way that BankWorks taught me how to hand out the money, starting with large bills, and then going to the smaller bills. And now, after repetition and consistency, I pretty think I mastered the fact of handling money and giving it out to customers. In my position as a client relationship consultant, it's mainly consists of more than just a transaction-based interaction. I ask them about their day. I ask them at the end of the transaction, oh, is there anything else I can do for you? Or I engage and I mirror them to see what they're wearing, to see if we can have something in similarities that we can talk to about. So we're more like a relationship bank that we like to build a relationship, make the customer feel comfortable enough to trust us with their finances, and allows us to open up a strong relationship by a credit card, a loan, a home equity line of credit, etc. The advice that I would have for the graduating class of BankWorks this year would be, take this serious. Take this as an opportunity to become, if you don't feel like you're something in this world, this is something. You're going to be, if you take this serious, you're going to get somewhere. My advice is to stay focused at work. Don't sleep late. Wake up early. Plan your days out. Wake up 2 hours early before clock in. Don't ever wake up an hour early and expect to make it rushed. Always clock in 15 minutes, or not clock in. Get to work 15 minutes before clock-in time so you prepare for the day. Class of BankWorks 96. I look forward to seeing more successful stories like mine, coming from a family with low resources and low income. Anybody can do it, and you just gotta want it. And I wish the best of luck to all of you. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you so much, Jesus, and so many good pieces of information that I think our graduates will be able to take with them, take into their new institution, and will contribute to not only their success immediately, but their long-term success as they become leaders. And speaking of a leader that's gone through the program, we're also now excited to introduce our keynote speaker, which is Jocelyn Cuevas, branch manager with Bank of the West. Now, Bank of the West has been an incredible partner supporting the program and hiring our graduates. And as a former graduate of BankWorks that has progressed into a leadership role, Jocelyn shows the value of a longstanding tradition of giving back by our BankWorks alum. We are thrilled to have her here. Here is Jocelyn Cuevas.
Good afternoon, spring graduating class of BankWorks. My name is Jocelyn Cuevas. I am from the graduating class of 2017 in the spring. I was somebody that didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And luckily enough, my sister came across this flyer of BankWorks, and I really didn't have anything to do. I was unemployed, had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I took a chance. I was one of the hundreds that interviewed over the phone, went into the in-person interview, made it through the in-person interview. I was one of the 35 that were chosen into the classroom. So after that, I just did my best to make myself stand out. I learned everything I possibly could about the banking industry. Mostly what I learned definitely is the professionalism that BankWorks gives you, the background of, what you should and shouldn't do, and it's carried me on till this day, and it's part of my success. So let me tell you a little bit about my success. I started with Bank of the West in the spring of 2017. Every single year, almost that I worked there, I've been promoted. I went from a teller, meaning from the bare bottom. I learned everything that I could about my position, as well as learning what's going to be my next position. And with all of the information that I learned at BankWorks and the understanding the professionalism and always putting your best foot forward, being on time, learning all the professionalism that I did at BankWorks really prepared me and motivated me to do better at Bank of the West. And I went from being the teller, within a year and a half, I was promoted to Universal Banker. Then I was promoted to a Relationship Banker, then a Relationship Banker 2 Officer, and in exactly 4.5 years, branch manager of the Compton office. And all of that has a lot to do, and actually it all started with BankWorks. It started with one flyer that I didn't know what I was doing, and I took a chance. And because of my drive and my ability to learn and do anything that was ever asked of me, one thing I can't stress enough is do not say no to anything. Just like I didn't say no to that flyer and I didn't say no to that call, I never said no to anything at Bank of the West. And because I've never said no and I've always been up to anything that's ever challenged me, and I was the first one to volunteer for anything, I was the first one to lend a hand to not only my manager, but people, my coworkers, anything. It's really given me the strength and the ability to be promoted. And I just really, really wish that every single one of you is super successful, because without us being successful, I'm actually one of the first ones chosen from Bank of the West, and they actually use me as an example all the time. Well, look at Jocelyn, she came from BankWorks. We have to reinvest into this program. So I just want to stress to each of you that please do your best, because if you do your best, then your bank is going to invest more into the program and give the ability to others to also benefit from what you benefited from. So again, the number one thing I will stress enough is don't lose your professionalism that you've learned at BankWorks, because it will propel you to new levels and you will skyrocket between the next person that they might have hired from another financial institution. So, with that said, also keep friends with every single one of your BankWorks people, because of the fact you'll never know what they can help you with, and maybe they've learned some things. So that's another thing that I would highly recommend, is stay friends with all of them. I'm actually still friends with a lot of my classmates, and actually helped me a lot. But I just encourage every single one of you to never lose that professionalism and continue to drive and be successful, because the more you are successful, the more this program is successful. And again, it gives the benefit to somebody else. And like I said, I'm an example for my bank. And ever since me, they have hired other people, and I've actually mentored them as well. Actually, since I'm the branch manager of my Compton office, one of my employees is from BankWorks, and it makes me so proud to know that there's 2 of us in the building. So the more of us that there is in the buildings, it makes me even happier. So congratulations to every single one of you. I know it's very stressful. I know it's not easy, and it's gonna only make you better in life. So again, congratulations to every single one of you. I'm so proud that every single one of you was able to graduate and go through the program. And I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you so much, Jocelyn. An amazing story. So when you think about it, speaking to all of my banks and credit unions that are on the line, think about your opportunity to hire someone into that new position straight out of BankWorks, and to watch them grow and become leaders in your institution. She's not the only story. We have so many more exciting stories like this. And you have every opportunity to help tell that story by having someone join your institution and grow with you. So keep that in mind, just secret between us, okay? So I wanna begin by asking our graduates to raise their hands either physically or via the icon so everybody knows who you are. Class 96 is a special one. You've overcome so many challenges. I've seen so many of you step out of your comfort zone. You embrace change, you showcase professionalism, you worked on your professional and personal skills, you became adept at utilizing technology, you were trailblazers in newly created curriculum, you were committed, you were enthusiastic, you were professional, and you showed the attributes of a great, successful banker. You are part of a meaningful legacy, standing on the shoulders of those who've come before you. And future graduates will look up to you and admire you. We are so proud at JVS and at BankWorks in general to be able to change lives. But what does that mean? What does that look like? Well, what does it take to successfully complete this program in BankWorks? For those who don't know, well, it takes enthusiasm. You have to be excited about your new career. It takes execution. You have to get the job done. That's very important. You have to be educated, so you have to have the knowledge to accomplish your goal. You have to be empathetic. Empathy is something that's critical. You have to know how to put yourself in someone else's shoes. And you have to be striving for excellence. We never settle for average. We expect to be great. Now, these graduates have shown that they have all 5 of these qualities and have pushed through to the end. And now, it's the time that we've all been waiting for, the presentation of our graduates to the employers, friends, and family. All right, our first graduate is Jared Guerra. Jared works as a cashier at Target, assisting customers with their food and household items, recommending products that are on sale, and promoting the rewards program at Target, as well as promoting the Target gift card. He processed debit, credit, and cash transactions. He showcased his attention to detail by being incredibly organized. And when he took inventory at the store, he was very responsible, being trusted to open and close the store. He also was given responsibilities outside of his position. Jared has a great personality. He learned about the program from his mother, who is a successful banker that works at one of our partner banks. Jared is kind, he's patient, and he's very attentive. His positivity is infectious, and his growth through the class was impressive. You can be part of that multiple generation building of bankers by bringing Jared to your bank. He is Jared Guerra. Next, we have Joseph Anderson. Joseph heard about BankWorks on an Instagram post years ago and decided to take advantage of this life-changing opportunity. Joseph previously worked at Togos as a shift leader. Besides his leadership skills, Joseph accurately handled cash. His recommendation of menu items and his incredible drive make him a great fit for a bank. Joseph currently works as a security guard at Guerra World Security, protecting customers, being aware of his surroundings, and assisting customers with questions and concerns had an extreme impact on Joseph wanting to work in a bank. You see, Joseph was working at Wells Fargo as a security guard, and he watched the hard work and the joy shown by the bankers. And he said, I want a career like that for myself. Now, as a former bank manager myself, who has hired one of our security guards to a banking position, the attention to detail, the ability to spot fraud, and the focus will come in handy at your institution. Joseph is thoughtful, a reserved listener who has done all of the little things to be a successful candidate. And your institution can be the beneficiary of all of Joseph's hard work. He is Joseph Anderson. Kennedy Hernandez. Kennedy actually heard about BankWorks from one of his passengers while he was driving for Lyft. Kennedy has a wealth of experience that will translate well into banking. He worked as a customer service specialist at Evergreen Auto Parts in their e-commerce division. This shows Kennedy understands product recommendations, but also can utilize technology seamlessly. He performed so well that he was promoted to e-commerce associate. Knowing the right part to provide the customer's vehicle leads to loyalty, and that's something Kennedy always strives for. Before that, Kennedy worked at Pete's Blue Chip as a cashier, Cold Stone Creamery as a team member, and McDonald's as a cashier. His cash handling skills, drawer balancing, and his understanding of how to promote food items and beverages mean that Kennedy can adapt to any product and make the correct recommendation. Kennedy is very smart and willing to test his knowledge to increase his growth. He's bilingual in Spanish as well. Kennedy enjoys team sports, which shows his team-focused mentality. He's humbled, detailed, and has a passion for exceeding his goals. He is Kennedy Hernandez. Next, we have Rayvon Patton. Rayvon's previous experience comes from two main employers. She worked as a grocery clerk at Smart & Final, helping customers make decisions on their food items. She made sure to find ways to assist the customers, but always made sure to follow store policies and procedures. And that's something very important to banking. This may have been enhanced by her prior experience as a security officer at DHS Services. Before that, Rayvon worked at Wiener Schnitzel as a crew member. The accuracy in processing transactions, recommending restaurant specials, and keeping the store stocked and organized were some routines that will assist Rayvon in her banking career. She is incredibly giving, working with a nonprofit for foster youth, and has extreme perseverance and a commitment to her goals. Rayvon is respectful, understanding, and determined to start her banking career, achieve success, and create a legacy for her new child. She is Rayvon Patton. Mariana Seep. Mariana heard about the program 3 years ago and made it her goal to graduate from the program and start her banking career. Mariana recently worked at Amazon as an associate, and this shows Mariana's commitment to hard work and the willingness to take on new challenges. Mariana has worked a majority of her career in the casino industry. She worked at Hustler Casino as a dealer. Dedicated to make visitors' gambling experience fair, safe, and enjoyable, Mariana knows how to work a room and to build connections with people. It can be easy to communicate with customers after they've lost thousands of dollars, but Mariana can get a smile out of anyone with her upbeat personality. In a position that requires attention to detail and adherence to casino policies and procedures, Mariana's experience will suit her well to banking, where she can exceed your institution's audits and communicate policies effectively. She's bilingual Romanian, a hardworking graduate that loves people and always looks for areas to improve. Mariana's drive and demeanor will significantly impact your institution. And you can help her exceed that goal that she set 3 years ago. She's Mariana Seep. Miriam Fayaz. Miriam currently works as a shipping manager for a company called MyBecca, which assists in inventory and organization for Amazon products. She also worked for St. Julian Fabric Store as a supervisor cashier. Man, that's an awesome name for a store. This further shows her leadership and communication skills, along with her retention skills. She processed transactions, helped customers make decisions on fabrics and materials for their projects, and she was responsible for staff schedules. Miriam loves to learn, always going out of her way to research information to gain a better understanding of her new career. She holds a bachelor's degree in geology and is bilingual in Farsi. She heard about the program from our partners at the PARS Equality Center. Coming to the US 9 years ago, Miriam has already shown that she can be successful in this country, as she was tremendously successful in her home country. She is a kind graduate with stellar organizational and time management skills. Miriam's favorite movie is Willy Wonka, and you can be sure that you can provide that golden ticket she's been looking for. That's that offer letter from your institution. She is Miriam Fayaz. Rayvon Broughton. Rayvon is a thoughtful graduate that easily connects with others. He previously worked at Carl's Jr. as a cashier, processing transactions, creating orders, and making food and beverage recommendations were part of Rayvon's daily duties. He also worked at Radio Shack as a sales associate, promoting electronics and helping customers resolve technology challenges. This showcased Rayvon's ability to assist customers with technical banking products and his willingness to provide advice to help them complete entertainment setups. Rayvon is an artist, specializing in charcoal drawings and in music. He understands that building relationships with customers is also an art, and he puts just as much work in that to create that memorable experience for his customers. He is patient, he is humble, and he is friendly, and he is Rayvon Broughton. Finally, we have Riga Yakubi. Riga heard about the program from the Orange County One Stop. Born in Afghanistan, Riga is bilingual in Farsi. She also holds an associate degree in business administration and management, showing her commitment to education. Riga most recently worked at Macy's as a fragrance sales representative. Now, if you're familiar with that job, it requires excellent communication and persistence to recommend perfume while customers are running through the store. This works well in banking where customers may not have the time or may have other priorities, but Riga will still be able to provide the products that will improve their lives. Promoting the Macy's Reward Card, the Macy's Reward Program, and the Macy's Credit Card means that she has experience promoting a financial service. She's incredibly organized and always completes her task. She's positive, energetic, and a fast learner. She also has a great sense of humor and is a great listener who knows how to use critique to improve immediately. She is Riga Yakubi. And now you can unmute your microphones and recognize the graduating class of JVS SoCal BankWorks 96.
Yay! Congratulations!
Congratulations, everyone. Congrats, everyone.
Thank you.
Julian, do we have to call you St. Julian now?
Yes. Just on Sundays. All right. So now I'd like to introduce Janet Kitos.
Thank you, Jillian. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you all for joining us for this milestone event as we help our graduates launch their new careers and build better futures for themselves and their families. BankWorks is a perfect illustration of the public-private, philanthropic, and nonprofit partnership. By combining our resources and expertise, we have the power to change lives. No single one of us can do it alone, but this program demonstrates what we can do together.
And that commitment to support those in need in our community is shared by every one of our employer partners here today, our foundation supporters, and our individual donors. On behalf of the people we serve, I thank each and every one of you for doing everything you do to help us achieve that mission. And if I may address my remarks to those employers online for a moment, that partnership is evidenced here this morning, produces something both you and JVS wants to see. Viable, vetted, highly motivated, well-trained, and ready to go candidates for your workforce. To the graduates, I say this. We ask you to pay it forward by staying connected to the BankWorks team. We want to hear about your challenges as well as your career opportunities and those future promotions that we know are ahead of you. We rely on you too to be BankWorks ambassadors, talking up all of our programs, including BankWorks, ApartmentWorks, CareerWorks Medical, and our HealthWorks program, and encouraging those you know to apply. You can help change someone's life. And now for a few announcements. Don't forget to like us, follow us, and share our experiences on social media so you can help us spread the word about these amazing programs. Now, as soon as we finish, we'd like all of the recruiters to be prepared to interview these amazing and hungry candidates. And at that point, we will ask that all of our amazing guests will log off so interviews can take place without interruption or distraction. So let's give our graduates one last round of applause.
Congratulations, everyone. Go get those jobs.
Congrats, everybody. Outdone yourself, Julian. Great work.